That should be good.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
All right. Two tornado warnings. Okay. Considerable. Jeez, tennis ball size. All right, let's watch this storm down here real quick. Why are these blinking? Let's stop blinking there. Hey, what's going on, guys? Give me 1 second. I gotta finish setting this up. We are back. We are live. I feel like something's missing. It's probably my headphones. What the heck?
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Oh, it's working. Oh. It's working. Would you look at that? I fixed some things. All right, we're gonna get right back into it, guys. We're gonna get right back into it. Give me 1 second. Look at that. I made things work. Unbelievable. I am what most people would call a genius and humble. All right, just kidding. 1 second. We'll turn that sound off now since my sound's working. Thank you very much. Don't need your sound, Weatherbell. No sound. No sound. Thank you very much. Flash flood warning. Oh! Is that a little too loud? I feel like that was quite loud. Hey, listen, one thing at a time, am I right? One thing at a time. Let's keep the velocity radar on this bad boy. A little bit of a couplet right there.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
I don't need special weather statements. Let's get started. We've got a tornado warning up here. Knuckle of Oklahoma, like I said. There, ooh, whoa, hold up. Stop everything you're doing. Stop everything you're doing, chat. Marla, Yali, appreciate you. Stop everything you're doing. That's a couplet. That's possibly a tornado on the ground. Let's take a look at the velocities here. Yeah, casual 80 mile per hour winds. This is actually probably running 80. Do we have a CC drop? Ooh, and there's inflow there too. Let's look at the CC. Nothing on the CC yet. Oh my god, stop clicking. Stop clicking there. Stop clicking there. Stop it. There you go. Inflow, hook, rotation. There you go. Green's moving towards the radar, red's moving away. What happens when winds are moving in opposite directions up against each other? Circulation. If we go to the CC and we start to see a little black hole here, that means that that's our correlation. CC stands for correlation coefficient. So whatever is, if you start to see a little black circle like this, whatever the radar is bouncing off is not correlating with the size of everything around it. And that's either extremely large hail or, in the case of with couplet, where we know there's rotation, debris. We don't have that yet, but oh my gosh, this is hooking. Wouldn't be surprised if this thing got up to an... oh, look at that. Wouldn't be surprised if this thing got up to an EF too quickly if it wasn't already. There it is. There it is. Helena. Wakata. Naskatunga. Sand Creek. Okay. Manchester. Please get in a safe spot, bottom of your home. Anyone who's up here, I know this says wildlife refuge, luckily, but there could be some people.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Let me know if that's too loud or too quiet. Let me know. Yeah, please, bottom floor of your home, interior, away from windows, in a basement if you have one. If you're right directly in front of this thing, like Helena, I don't know if there's people here, I would get in potentially consider getting in a bathtub with a you know, if you're really scared, you get in a bathtub with a mattress over you, something like that, comforter over you. But bottom floor, interior, you want as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This is a hook. This is very clear. I'd be shocked if we didn't have a tornado on the ground here right now. Let me look at something. Let me look at see if anyone has a visual on this. Is no one up there? There are no chasers on Radar Omega up there. There are no chasers on this storm. That's unfortunate. All the chasers are chasing the southern node. Was this not my storm? Was this not my storm, guys? Oh, the model was on there. Sorry. Was this not my storm? Was this a different storm? Not the one I called out? Maybe. Why is the model keep popping up here? Stop. Oh my gosh. Here's our southern storm. There's our couplet right there, I believe. Let's see if we have a CC drop on this. I'm going to get to your questions in a second. I just want to know what's going on. Yeah, so heading up towards Shamrock, Eric, Shamrock, Texas area, Eric, Oklahoma, Texola,
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Sadie. Wait, do people say sounds good? Sounds good.
Attention,
okay?
A new special weather statement has been issued.
Volume's okay? Volume's okay, guys? Is the volume okay on my weather, on those alerts? I missed it. Anyone answer?
Attention,
Holy
a new
crap.
confirmed
Confirmed
tornado warning has been issued.
That's got to be our northern one. Sound a bit loud? Well, there you go. That's what this. And you know what? I want people to wake up who are watching my stream when you get a considerable damage threat. Confirmed tornado. The reason this one is observed tornado. Appreciate that $5 super chat, Emmanuel. That tour has been confirmed. Yeah, the only reason this one isn't confirmed to the north, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, is because I don't know if we have any chasers on it. If there were chasers up there, this would be confirmed, or this would be observed. That one looks more significant than this one, but here we go. Observed. Let me see if any chasers actually have a visual on it. It's going to be very hard for any chasers to have a visual on it because it's so dark. Yes. I don't see any chasers. Well, let's see. Yeah, no chasers have a visual on it right now. Well, none on Radar Omega or weather-wise, I don't believe. I'll double check real quick, but I'm not gonna put them up right now. But I don't think just because it's so late, we're gonna get a good visual anyways.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, so let's just keep watching this. Anyways, like I was saying, Eric Sweetwater, Shamrock, please, bottom floor, interior home, as many walls between you and the outside as possible. In a basement if you have one, in a storm shelter if you have one. Confirmed, observed tornado here. We also have considerable, I believe we have a considerable damage threat thunderstorm down here as well. Yeah. Very large hail. 2.5-inch hail. 2.5-inch hail here. So, tennis ball hail. Tennis ball hail here, moving up into the northeast. This thing is on the ground. Well, okay, it's starting to look a little messy. It was definitely on the ground for a little bit here. I mean, that's a tornado. A little fist. That's a tornado. It's starting to get a little sloppy, but we may still. Let's see. Let's take a look at the velocity.
New information.
Still there.
Severe thunderstorm
Still there,
warning
moving
has been
right
updated.
to the west of Helena. Maybe right through Helena. We gotta be careful there. Up to the northeast. All right. Some of these storms are starting to fire off. What's going on down here to the south? Not much. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings out into the west of Wichita now. Let's take a look at what's going on with these. Some strong winds about to move into Kingman, Kansas. Okay. All right. Oh my God, these chasers are everywhere. Which one do I want to continue to watch on the second screen? We'll continue to watch this right here. What is Fort Worth looking like for tomorrow? Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Let's keep this one up here. Actually, I will. Here, I'll do this real quick. We'll run. We'll run the latest Rufus for tomorrow. Sure, 0-0-Z. Here's the latest Rufus for tomorrow. Dallas Fort Worth could get some storms firing off. These would probably be, well, they could be severe, but probably strong, not severe. Right around, I mean, maybe potentially as early as 12 or 1 in the afternoon. And then those storms continue to funnel through, potentially all the way until 11 p.m. at night. And then there you go. You get it to 10 a.m. the next day, Saturday, and you get another squall line. So lots of action for Dallas tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then in the early morning hours through the early afternoon on Saturday as well. Take a look at the latest outlook for tomorrow. Dallas, you're in a kind of a mix of the 2 to 5% tornado risk in a SIG 1 hatch, so EF2 tornadoes possible.
Attention, a new special weather statement
Pretty large
has been
hail.
issued.
Hatched, possible. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. But anyways. Wind. Strongest wind looks to be up to the north. But if you get a tornado, guess what? That's strong wind. This just means straight line winds. All right. Let's pay attention to these. Actually, I want to watch this one to the north. We have a considerable thunderstorm warning up to the north as well. Let's take another look really quickly. Damaging tornado and tennis ball size hail observed. Just so we have all the details. Tornado warning for central Collingsworth County and the panhandle of Texas until 9:45 p.m. Confirmed tornadoes on the ground. Moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Lutey, Dozier, Quail, and Salmonerwood. If I said those right. So the tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Basement, interior room, lowest floor, sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter to protect yourself from flying debris. Let's look at our storm up here really quickly. All right. This is tornado warning remains in effect until 9:30 p.m. for southeastern Alfalfa and northeastern major counties. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles north of Clio Springs, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Tornado hazard, tornado and ping pong ball sized hail, probably bigger than that. Now, this is what we want to look at here. This is a tornado warning. So, yeah, radar indicated rotation. There's a tornado on the ground here. I can almost guarantee you. Look at this couplet. Just treat this like a tornado's on the ground. It very likely is. Let's see. We may even have a correlation coefficient on this. CC drop. We do. That's probably it. Even though it doesn't look like much. Just based off where the velocity is. Where the reflectivity is. Velocity, correlation coefficient, reflectivity, velocity, correlation coefficient, reflectivity. The tornado is on the ground. And it's moving to the northeast. At, what did it say? 25 miles per hour? So... actually headed directly towards what is going on with headed directly towards Kielman Air Force Auxiliary Field. So
Attention,
Air Force
a
Base.
new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Nascatunga. So this is a military base, which isn't great, but this is headed right out in that direction. So let's hope that they are aware of that. This is rotating violently at this point. I think this is worse than our storm to the south, but they're both pretty bad. This is violently rotating. 100+ mile per hour winds now on the velocity. This is velocity, not storm relative velocity, though. But even if you take that out, they're looking like at least an EF2. Maybe more. Hard to tell. The E is based on damage, not wind speed. So, but that's a tornado on the ground. Damaging tornado with large hail. Let's get back down to this one here. Yeah, that one to the north looks crazy, and I can't believe there's no chasers up there. At least none that I see. There may be some chasers up there. This is just a crazy looking one. Kind of a picturesque. I mean, look at that couplet, guys. Holy smokes. It's on my smaller screen. My pronunciation of Oklahoma towns could use some work. I'm going to tell you a secret, JP. My pronunciation of every town in every state could use some work. I did fantastic all through schooling in math and science. Easy. Loved it. APs, AP physics in high school. Loved science, loved math. I could barely pass my English FCAT. Not something to be proud about. But I have a numbers brain, not a word brain, okay? There's nothing I can do. I was born this way. Blame my mom. I'm also slightly letter and word dyslexic. I don't even know what you would call it. So, yeah. I got
New information.
10 points off a test
This
once in
severe
high school because I spelled my
thunderstorm
name
warning
with an
has
E.
been
C-O-N-N-E-R. How other Connors spell it. But my name's with an O. I just forgot. You know what I mean? It's fine. I don't need to know that stuff. I just need to know science and math for this. We can read. It's fine. I get close enough so you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You said my pronunciation could use some work, but you said pronunciation. Got some. Okay, update it. Hail 1 inch. All right, glad that's working for you guys now. Okay. So I mean, these are the main things going on. Not much else. 2 tornado warnings. The biggest issue, what I see right now is Nescatunga Air Force Base. That tornado's headed right for you. It's a violent tornado. If you know anyone up there, I don't know if anyone in here will, but please make sure people out ahead of this know. Nescatunga, Waukita, Manchester, Oklahoma, and of course Shamrock, SAR, Oklahoma, who knows? Sweetwater, Oklahoma, Wheeler, Oklahoma. Make sure people are aware of what's going on here.
Do you think Youngstown, Ohio is just a wind threat for Saturday?
Youngstown, Ohio. Steel, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. I mean, we can take a look at the Outlook as well, but let me go to the model here. Put on Outlook, and let's put on... And let's take a look at the latest 00Z Rufus. What are we talking about? Yeah, because you don't see it. I see why you're asking. Believe it or not, no. This is a squall QLCS setup. You can always get rotation along a boundary like this. I think I think you could end up having a 2% up here. Maybe even a 5, 2%, 5. I have to look at the parameters a little bit more, and I'll talk about it in my video tomorrow morning. There may be a tornado threat up here tomorrow. Or, sorry, Saturday. Not just a wind threat.
New information.
Yeah,
this PDS tornado
but obviously
warning
this
has
is the
been
area
updated.
we're really watching. We got a PDS. PDS. Okay, the PDS sound is loud. Yeah. Here's the problem. I feel like I can't hear the words, but I can hear the alert. What about you guys? All right, PDS tornado. Damaging tornado. There it is. PDS tornado. It's the one on top. Like I said, this one looks worse. Obviously, you have a very nice hook. Particularly
New
dangerous
information.
situation.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been
What does a
updated.
particularly dangerous situation mean? Here's what it means. Take cover now. You're in a life-threatening situation. Obviously, flying debris is deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely now because it's a PDS. And complete destruction is possible. They always have to add in complete destruction as possible on a PDS. I agree, though. EF2 plus tornado. If you're right in the path. But there's not much out here. I will continue to say Nescatunga Air Base. No, that's not what it's called. Vance Air Force Base in Nescatunga. Right around there. I don't know this area well, but it's headed right towards them. So I really, really, really hope that they are aware of this. And I'm pretty sure they are. Why? Well, because that's where the radar is. And Air Force bases monitor radars 24/7. So I am highly confident, actually, that they are aware of this. They literally operate the radar. So they're probably all taking shelter. And I'd assume at an Air Force base, they probably got some sort of bunker. What do you guys think? Probably. So I think they're going to be safe. But man, this is a violent tornado. Okay. Back down to the south. Radar. This radar might go dark. It's not dark yet. If this tornado continues on its path, this radar will go dark. Well, we'll see. It's going to be a very close call. Let's see here. Let me get back down to our storm to the south. And 2.5 inch observed hail. I mean, I think the bigger story down here isn't the tornado, because I don't see much there's a little bit of something here. A little bit of something here. If we have a tornado, it is probably actually down here. It's hard to tell where the actual, but it'd probably be somewhere down here. Let's take a look at the reflectivity and move this forward again real quick, so I'm not giving you bad information. I mean, there's rotation right into here, but this hail is ridiculous. This hail is ridiculous. Moving right towards Salmonerwood, Aberdeen, Norwich Fuller, Texola. Be aware of that. I'm going to keep my eyes on this storm for a little bit, because this is ridiculous. Look at this, guys. Look at that. This is what we were worried about today. This is what we were worried about today. That's a big boy. Inflow. Rear flanking downdraft. Here's your tornado. Your air is being forced up rapidly. Your shear is your column of air perpendicular. Your column of rotating air perpendicular to the surface is being tilted by immense instability, forcing that column of rotating air vertical. And at the top of that verticality,
tornado
you have a
warning
massive
has been issued.
downdraft, bringing that heavy rainfall and sometimes large hail on the backside of this. Okay, so wow. One sec, guys. This is Oklahoma. This is Western Oklahoma, guys. There's Oklahoma City. There's Oklahoma City. Here's east central panhandle of Texas. Let's see what's happening behind here. Are we getting any other storms firing off? These storms are beginning to kind of weaken a little bit out here. They're a little bit out ahead of our kind of temperature and dew gradient. So let's take a look. Actually, I want to take a look at this really quickly. Here's what's happening: is these storms are beginning to latch on to this kind of severe parameter gradient out here. So let's take a look at the real-time mesoscale analysis. Not a super tight gradient here, but you can see the warmer air and the cooler air. So that's what they're riding right now. So there's some fuel for them. Dew points as well. You can kind of see where this gradient is. This isn't a sharp dry line like we're seeing out here, but there's still a dew point and a temperature gradient in here. And that causes forcing, along with obviously our shear from our shortwave. All right, let me turn this off. Oh my gosh, this thing is incredible. What are these winds? 110 mile per hour. 110 mile per hour showing up on the velocity right now, guys. 110 mile per hour wind showing up on the velocity in this tornado up here. 109. It's actually shifting slightly to the right, which I don't love. It's headed right towards Jet, Oklahoma. Right towards Jet, Oklahoma. This is a town here. I'm hoping these chasers are coming up here to try to help people. And it's headed still right towards this base. This is an incredible looking tornado on radar. Jackie, I appreciate you Bro, Rose. Hey, John, Yali. Marla, Yali. Appreciate you guys. What's going on, Jordan? Is it going to hit Northwest Missouri? No, but Northwest Missouri is, well, you'll see some of this bad weather move through Northwest Missouri later tonight and into the early morning. But, oh, wait, what is this? What is this happening on? Hold up. I've got another velocity reading on radar Omega of 111 miles per hour. Jeez. Let me actually switch. So one good thing about radar Omega, relative velocity. Oh, this is headed right towards the radar. But if we take a look at our storm relative velocity, we're still seeing 90 mile per hour winds. Here's the thing though, storm relative velocity takes out the speed of the storm, but the speed of the storm can also amplify the winds. If a storm is moving 30 miles per hour and it's carrying a wind field and it's acting as a kind of a gust front, it's gonna pack those 30 mile per hour winds on top of whatever winds are under the storm. So take it or leave it. You can use velocity or storm relative velocity, but even in storm relative velocity, you're at 85 miles per hour. Get back to velocity. But you can just tell. I mean, you can tell by the look of this storm that this storm's packing over 100 mile per hour winds. I'd say easily, actually. I'd say easily. Sorry, I was trying to look at that. Who's in the path tomorrow? Here's the latest on our severe weather tomorrow, everyone. Okay. Here's our latest for the severe weather tomorrow. So enhanced risk. This does 3 out of 5. Level 3 out of 5 risk. Paris, Texas. Pretty much right on the border there. Out towards Durant, Oklahoma. Fort Smith, almost over to Russellville, Arkansas. Up towards Springfield, Missouri. Tulsa's in here. Bartlesville. Kansas City. Manhattan, Kansas. Emporia, St. Joseph. What is that? Leavenworth. All the way up towards Maryville, Bethany, Trenton, Milan, Missouri. Tons of people in the slight risk as well. Now, here's our tornado risk tomorrow. Where do you not want to be tomorrow? You don't want to be in Fort Smith. Muskogee? Muskogee. I think that's how it's pronounced. Muskogee. Fayetteville, Bentonville, Ozark. You don't want to be here. Northwestern. Where's Joplin? Joplin's very close to this as well. Northwestern. Yeah, Joplin's right there. Carthage. Northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, yeah, eastern Oklahoma. A little bit sketchy. I think it could actually get a little bit more sketchy down towards Dallas-Fort Worth than what's being projected right now. So I think we need to pay pretty close attention to Dallas-Fort Worth as well. I think it's going to be a little bit muddy up here, but we have a large 2 to 5% risk zone all the way up through Chicago, through central Michigan. This is a chance for significant tornadoes in Michigan. Grand Rapids. How often do you have a chance for EF2 tornadoes in Grand Rapids? Not very often. This is why we like the SIG 1, SIG 2, SIG 3, because now we can take a look and say, oh, you could have a significant tornado in Michigan. Small chance, but it could happen. Same with Milwaukee. Madison, Wisconsin. EF2 level tornado. This is what the SIG 1 is used for. But still, only a 2 to 5% chance to see a tornado within 25 miles of any single point, within these greens or browns. This is obviously a little bit higher here, down here, 10% chance within 25 miles of any point in here. So there are 42.4 million people in the SIG 1 tornado risk tomorrow. 42.4 million people have a chance, small chance. I don't get scared. Small chance. Most of you in this are in the 2 to 5% chance. Very small, but still crazy. 42.4 million people who have a chance of being in the area of EF2 tornado. Very small chance. I'm going to say that again. 10% risk for tornado. That 3 out of 5 risk for tornado. 1.8 million people. 5%, 3.4 million people, and 2%, 35.4 million people. So, yeah, I do think we're going to end up with more of a conditional setup to the southwest here, but I still think it's going to ignite tomorrow. So, and then day 3 is going to be very interesting down here. I do think it's possible to get a couple spin ups up here to the northeast too. All right, let's get back into the storm. We're getting very close now to watching this storm move pretty much directly over Jet. I hope it's weakening. It looks like it's losing its structure a little bit. I think I lied, actually. Just kidding. I take that back.
New information. This PDS tornado warning has been updated.
It's losing its structure a tiny bit, but it's still very, very, it's still looking impressive. Hopefully this begins, I'm hoping this goes through, this begins to recycle itself. That'd be great if it kind of, you know, loses that rotation, kind of recycles itself, and then pops back up right past Jet, and or completely falls apart. I just don't think it will in Vance Air Force Base, but still got to watch that closely. This was just updated, I believe. Almost 2-inch hail. Almost 2-inch hail. So pretty big there. Let's go back down to this tornado warning. This is observed 2.5-inch hail. Haven't seen much, if any, of a solid couplet with this system, but you can kind of see right here. Inflow, this is where our rotation is, so tornado up to the north looks a little bit more impressive. This could be trying to get itself together rapidly, though. That's what it looks like, at least. Yeah, if you guys want to know what a tornado looks like on the velocity, I think it's pretty obvious here, isn't it? I bet you can all spot it. Anyways, Vance Air Force Base, Jet, make sure you're in a safe spot. Kansas City, Missouri, safe tonight. You guys should be good. You'll get some strong storms moving in later tonight into the early morning hours, but severe storms are going to start a little bit later than that tomorrow. A little bit later than that tomorrow. So, yeah, lots of rainfall, a little bit of a washout. We're going to tomorrow. We're going to watch out for severe chance, potentially as early as 6 to 7 p.m. Kansas City, but this is going to be the line we're probably more watching for you, closer to 12, closer to midnight.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Considerable update. Yep, PDS observed, got it. Still watching that. Still looking pretty impressive. I will say what's good about what's happening here is look at what's happening behind this, guys. These storms are catching up to our tornado. This is clearly a damaging tornado on the ground, EF2 plus tornado, but these storms are catching up, and this is going to muddy up, and this is going to cut off. This is going to cut off our clean inflow into this tornado. This thing may end up collapsing right before it gets to Jet. I don't know, though. It's pretty much on top of Jet right now, but it looks like it's going to collapse before it gets to Vance Air Base. Hopefully, crossing my fingers. I wouldn't be expecting it, but this is going to muddy up. This is going to muddy up our tornado, so that's good. Borderline occlusion. Dallas Fort Worth clear tonight. Tonight, you look pretty good, but Dallas is going to be dealing with a lot over the next few days. There's the latest Rufus trying to put some kind of discrete cells into your area. Dallas Fort Worth, Metro. as we get to around 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then you're just getting smacked all the way through the night, and then we get into Saturday, and there's round 2. So if you're a severe weather lover in Dallas, you've got a lot of fun ahead of you. If you're not, and you're just chilling. Omaha, Nebraska tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a setup for Omaha, Nebraska. I'm still of the thought that a lot of these storms are gonna, a lot of the strongest storms are gonna stay to your east. I don't expect this to be too severe right here as we get into tonight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I do think we're gonna be watching this right here tomorrow at around 5 or 6 p.m. for Omaha, but you're gonna get such a washout tonight. I don't know. You will get some daytime heating. We'll see what happens with the clouds. If you get your clouds to clear out tomorrow and you get some surface heating, this could be severe tomorrow, early evening for Omaha. Could be. Could be. One second, I like this song. Hold up, everyone. Pause everything you're doing. Okay. Didn't I not just go through the time range for Omaha? I'll do it again. Thought I did. I'll show you what's going on here. We can actually take a look at the HRRR. We may want to take a look at the HRRR at this range. Or do we have a wrap on here? No. Okay. All right. Not this. Here. All right. Omaha starts to get a little thundery maybe around 11 p.m. tonight. It could be as early as 10. Could be as late as 12. Storms. This just doesn't look like it's going to be severe to me. I know there's a lot of little cells in here, but this looks like kind of a washout. All the way through the morning, you could get some severe storms in here. It's possible. It's possible. I think it's going to be strong thunderstorms. We'll call it 11 to 5 a.m. Okay, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Roughly. A little bit of a break there, and then you get some more storms moving in for rush hour, 7, 8 a.m. Fun stuff, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is the HRRR. It agrees with the Rufus. This is when I think you could have some strong and severe storms moving in, especially strong winds, but it's around 4, 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then you get another round a little bit after that, around 10 p.m. But that's what Omaha's looking like. HRRR and Rufus are in pretty good agreement on the timing of that, so I'd be pretty confident in that. I don't think you're gonna have capping and inhibition issues up there either. Holy smokes! Wait, does our tornado have an eye? Look at that. All right, let's look at the CC. Okay, it's actually weakening. That's good. It's weakening. It's weakening right as it's getting to jet. Right as it's getting to jet. Again, jet, Vance Air Force Base, take shelter. Sand Creek, take shelter. Yeah, you're getting. This is gonna weaken rapidly. So. There goes your clean air for this tornado. So it could end up recycling itself, but it's not getting that inflow anymore. So I think it's going to begin to weaken. Stay in a safe place. Nescatunga, Vance Air Force Base, and for now, Sand Creek and Jet. Let's go back down and take a look at our tornado down here. A little bit of a couplet here still. A little bit of a CC maybe. Not much going on there. Large hail still, though. Does look like very large hail still. You can see these cloud tops going right over Salmonor. I don't know, guys. I'm doing my best. Let's see if again if we're seeing any more significant rotation in this. It's been trying to get itself together, but not much. Are our chasers all running to the north? I doubt. They probably saw that this thing was going to get messed up. I doubt it. Although they may be heading up there to try to help out. Can I break down Kansas City? Sure.
A new special weather statement has been issued.
Sure.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
I think that's just an extended, or was it this one? Yeah, this is the new severe thunderstorm warning up here in Kansas, just to the east of Hutchinson, Kansas. Could be some significant hail and wind with this one. Doesn't look like much rotation.
Attention, a new tornadic severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Up. Up. Pause. It's this one right here. Okay, Kansas City. Someone wanted me to break down Kansas City. Sure, why not? Wait, why aren't I seeing any? Why aren't I seeing any of the? I didn't realize people were gifting. I feel so bad. Brandy, Jackie, Marlo, what's going on? Kristen, Kelly, Kristen with the cowboy hat. Yeehaw, random cowboy. Oh, you had 3? Oh my God. How did I miss all 3? They're not showing up for me. Oh, man. I'm the worst, Kristen. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's roll to Kansas City real quick. Kansas City, what's going on with you guys? What's going on? Which is better, Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri? I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to take a guess and say Kansas City, Kansas. Yeah, I don't know. You know why? I just feel like I've heard better things about Kansas City, Kansas. I've also heard this name before. And I feel like that's a nice area. Overland Park. Is that a nice area? Look, they have a lake. Looks like a very nice neighborhood. Sorry. Severe weather to talk about. Let me talk about what's going on in Kansas. It's super nice. Okay, yeah, I feel like I've heard that before. Yeah. All right, some thunderstorms moving in tonight. You know, who knows? Could get a little bit of severe weather moving in early. I think this is going to be mainly strong thunderstorms,
a
not
new
severe thunderstorms for
radar-indicated
Kansas City.
tornado warning has been issued.
Doesn't matter, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. You guys are on top of each other. So early in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, really rough. Could be getting rough around rush hour. Might move in right after rush hour. Friday is not gonna be too bad, but I don't expect that to be too severe. I'm worried about what's behind it. What's behind that? We'll watch what happens around 5 or 6 p.m. for Kansas. Could get a little bit of a severe threat there, and then this is probably, or potentially, your most significant threat. 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m.-ish. You start to get this QLCS forming out here. You could get some rotation, strong winds, large hail, but multiple opportunities morning, afternoon, and night for severe weather. I thought I turned off all my alert sounds. Let me open this up so you guys can see where these are.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Considerable. Okay, so now we have observed almost 2-inch hail out here. Moving up right over Vance Air Force Base, just to the west of Nash. Moving over Jet right now, up towards Waukita, Gilbert, Oklahoma. All right.
Attention, a new confirmed tornado warning has been issued.
Man. There it is. Observed. Well, this tornado is not falling apart quite yet. It's keeping, oh, look at that. It's keeping its shape, moving just out towards the east. It's going to move just to the north of Nash, Oklahoma. Just to the north of Nash. I'm shocked this thing is holding itself together, but it is. And taking a look, oh my gosh. 116 mile per hour winds on the velocity radar. This is a stubborn tornado. Holy smokes. 160 mile per hour winds. Take shelter immediately. Please, even if you're out in Nash, it looks like it's going to move to your northwest. Take shelter. Holly, Gilbert, Oklahoma, take shelter. Clyde, Oklahoma, take shelter. I'd say Wichita, Oklahoma, take shelter. This thing's moving at a decent clip, 30 plus miles per hour possibly. Looks like Oh, man. It looks like Vance Air Force Base is just going to be spared by a half a mile. A mile, maybe. Incredible. They're probably getting some significant hail in the downdraft, though. They're probably seeing some big hail. Vance Air Force Base. Please take shelter. Bottom floor of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get in a storm shelter. Get in a basement if you have one. This is still a very violent tornado. Actually, let's take a look at some of these velocities in here. 90, 112 miles per hour, 110. Yeah, very strong, 112. There's our CC drop as well. So we have a debris field, it looks like. Not a major one, but that's probably just because it's moving through fields and not picking up anything very large. So, yep. This is kind of up towards north central Oklahoma currently. I told this thing to stop making sounds. Wait, let me tell it again.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
There we go. That should be better. Don't need that right now. Got our own. All right. Update it. So we do have a PDS observed tornado. Again, just to remind you guys what's happening. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was spotted, was located 4 miles northwest of Nash, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Oh, I was right, 30. All right. People near the north of Nash should take shelter now. This is a particularly dangerous situation. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris could be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles are likely, and complete destruction is possible. That's right up there in north central Oklahoma. That word was evading me. We also have a tornado warning down here, 2.5-inch hail.
New information. This PDS tornado warning has been updated.
Oh my gosh. Okay. A little bit more of a couplet down here. Still watching this. Could even be a debris field. I don't think so, though. Not yet. But for this tornado warning down to the south. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornado. Well, that's not the tornado warning. There you go. Yeah, okay. Capable of producing a tornado was located in Luty. I don't know how to pronounce it, guys. 12 miles south of Shamrock, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Tornado and tennis ball size hail. Okay. Tree damage is likely. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles is likely to occur. The warning is for southeastern Wheeler County in the Panhandle of Texas, northeastern Collingsworth County in the Panhandle of Texas. So that's what's going on there. So this tornado warning was updated again. Jeez. This is a dangerous one. Oh man, you can see it right there. I'm shocked this thing is still holding itself together. Look at that. There it is. Ooh, did that velocity just fall off a little bit? A little bit. Maybe it's finally trying to give up 80 mile per hour on the velocity. Hopefully it's trying to give up right now. Moving directly towards Holly, Oklahoma. Right towards, oh my god. You can actually see what things are on here. Holly Volunteer Fire Department and Bethel Holly Baptist Church. Small town. Gilbert as well, Clyde. Make sure you are in a safe spot. Damaging. Extremely damaging tornado. Headed in that direction. Not much rotation with this cell up here. Not too worried with this one in Kansas. Moving up to the northeast towards Mound Ridge or McPherson. Dallas, Texas is fine tonight. You guys are going to start getting a lot of bad weather as we get into tomorrow and Saturday, though. Persistent bad weather. Possibly severe. Caldwell, Kansas. Yeah, I would prepare to take shelter if you're in Caldwell, Kansas. This is still a decent... You still got a decent amount of time. Let me actually test something for you. Not that. I should be able to. Give me a second here. Let me test something for you. Caldwell, Kansas. The storm is about
this severe
31 miles away
from
Caldwell, Kansas. 31 miles away. Down to the southwest. 31 miles away, moving at 30 miles per hour. Someone do that math for me. If it were 30 miles away, moving at 60 miles per hour, that'd be 30 minutes. So moving at 30, so it's about an hour away. About an hour away from Caldwell. I think I did my math right. All right. About an hour away from Caldwell. So there's plenty of time for this thing to fall apart, but you need to be watching closely because it is heading up directly towards Caldwell. What about Overland Park, Kansas? You guys are pretty far out. You guys should be good. You could get some strong thunderstorms tonight. I'm not overly concerned about severe thunderstorms tonight. You're in a marginal risk, so it's possible. You're not in a tornado risk tonight, which I agree with. You have a 5% chance for wind, 5% chance for hail, non-sigged. So not looking too spicy. Oh my god, I almost said purple instead of pinning your comment. I almost said put in timeout. Thanks for the chilies, B. Amy, what's going on? Christian. Wichita? We're talking about Kansas? Yeah, these storms are moving up in the direction of Wichita. You guys are definitely going to see some strong thunderstorms tonight. You could see some severe thunderstorms. You can see the sellout to the west here. If this thing gets itself going, that's headed directly towards Wichita. But right now, nothing that looks immediately threatening towards Wichita, which is good.
Attention, like a new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
Oh. Wait, where'd the sounds go? Is it not going to... New PDS tornado, you're not going to make all the sounds. I think it's just an extension of this one. They've updated this one. Still a very nice couplet. A little bit weaker than what we were seeing before, which is good. We expected this to weaken. Not a clear CC drop. A little bit of a CC drop here. A little bit of a CC drop. You see how this is all 1.0? That's the size that raindrop should be. But something's off here. 0.6. All right, here we go. It's getting a little messy. I like this. This is good. This is good. Still looks like there is a tornado on the ground, though, moving up to the northeast towards Holly Gilbert. And again, I think you've got at least 40 to 50 minutes minimum up towards. What were we talking about? Was that Wakita? I'm probably saying that wrong. The gate shear is insane. I haven't looked at the mesoscale analysis. Let me take a look. Or we're talking about Caldwell. We were probably talking about Caldwell, huh? All right, let's take a look at the mesoscale analysis. Some very nice. I mean, we've got nice effective layer shear here, 45, potentially pushing 50. Strong shear at the surface, 35, 45, bulk shear. An obnoxious amount of helicity in this area too, 400 4 to 500 potentially. What's our surface observation? That's what I want to know. Yeah, dew point's not too bad at pushing 65.
Attention, a new severe
Pretty good for this time
thunderstorm
of year.
warning has been
Very
issued.
good for this time of year. Mixed layer cape sitting right at 1500 joules per kilogram. Yeah, this is a there's plenty of instability to go around right now, and out ahead of the storm as well, by the way. Let's cheat and take a look
Attention,
at
a new tornadic severe thunderstorm warning has been
holy
issued.
smokes. 5.0. 5.0 violent tornado parameter out here. Texas Panhandle, Western Oklahoma. And then SIGTOR 3.0 to 4.0. All right. Give me one more second, guys. We'll continue to talk about this stuff. $50 knot. Almost 50 knot bulk shear, 2,000 joules per kilogram of most unstable most unstable cape. This doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like we're gonna stop seeing at least storms intensify or
New
storms initiate
information.
out here for a
This
little bit.
severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Like I said, there's a lot of instability to go around out here. We could even see some more storms fire off. I think actually further back. Let me get into here. Further back in this direction. I think we could still see some ones further back here. It looks really. Actually, let me change this up here. It looks really primed. It looks really primed in this area still. All right, our tornado's falling apart a little bit. That's good. This is weakening a little bit. That's good. Our PDS tour. They'll downgrade this, I think. They'll downgrade that in a second. Let's take one more look out here. Let's take a look right here. Yeehaw! Ride him, cowboy. One of these days. One of these days, Yali. One of these days. You know what I should do? What I just thought of? So I can actually see it better? Maybe I should just keep my... Maybe I should keep my... No, I can't do that. Never mind. Appreciate you, Yali. This is starting to look like it could try to do something as well back here. This storm's been really trying to put down a strong tornado for a while. Let's check back into Kansas. All right. If anyone has any questions, this might be a good time. Our storms are weakening a little bit. We may have a little bit of a second here to speak about stuff. I just need to figure out somewhere I can put it where I see it pop up. I think I just need to be running TikTok on my phone or watching my stream on TikTok on my phone, because then I'll see it right in front of me. Yeah, let me do that. Hold up, watch this. Am I cooked in Ozark, Missouri tomorrow? Potentially. Potentially. No, I'm joking, but I will say that's the area that I'm kind of most, not like overly freaking out concerned about, but most concerned about tomorrow. The whole Ozarks region. In and around that region. I've seen worse severe setups than tomorrow, but that's still, you know. Okay, here we go. Now I can watch myself. And then I can see. By the way, guys, if you do turn, you hit the button and you turn the phone sideways on Discord, you can actually see the full screen. Anyways. Maybe I'll actually see when people get from, you know, I don't know. We'll see if that works. Wakita, home of Twister Museum. Whoa. No one is cooked if you stay weather aware. Correct, Morgan. Southeastern Iowa. Southeastern Iowa could definitely get spicy. I do think Southeastern Iowa is an area that we're watching. More conditional, I think, than... Well, no, actually less conditional than the South. I think damaging wind is definitely...
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
Let's go and take a look at the Rufus for tomorrow. Southeastern Iowa. Love Iowa. Iowa has the second best state fair in the country. Did you guys know that? That's a fact. It does have the second best state fair in the country. All right. Let's take a look. Southeastern Iowa. Yeah, you know, you get some thunder showers moving in. Thunderstorms moving in as we get into around 3, 4 a.m. It's sloppy. I don't expect this to be severe. When could it get severe? Here you go. A little bit of a... You got kind of a split line of storms here. So you've got your leading boundary, and then you have another one out here. So what's happening? This could be severe. This could be severe. Let's pay attention tomorrow as we get into... We'll call it 9 to 10 p.m., give or take an hour or two. And then all the way through, potentially, into about 3 a.m. Yeah, do you guys know? Yeah, did you guys know that? That's one of the biggest facts about Iowa. It has the second best state fair in the country. All right, let's see. Omaha. We just talked about Omaha. I'll get back around to Omaha. South Kansas City. Wait, we just talked about Kansas City too. You know what? We'll go through both of them really quickly. Omaha. You're gonna get some thunder showers tonight. Okay. If you stay up a little bit later, you hang out with me. By the time you go to bed, all right, 11, 12. You'll have some thunder and lightning outside. Should put you right to sleep. I know the Rufus brings some of these storms just to the south, but I think you'll hear it. I think you'll see it. And that's going to continue. Should be strong, not severe. Could be severe, though. Most likely to be just strong, not severe. 11 p.m. all the way but to about 5 p.m. Where could we get some severe storms? Potentially right there as we get into early afternoon
New
tomorrow.
information.
Let's watch
this
that.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been
6
updated.
to 10 p.m. roughly. I was really trying to trigger some Iowa people, but no one responded. Okay, Kansas again. Someone asked about Kansas earlier. We'll run through Kansas again. All right. I should turn this. Give me a second. We're going to go through Kansas. And then we're going to get back. Hold up. We're going through. Okay. Kansas. Again, maybe some thunder showers, washout as we get into around 4 a.m. tonight. You could get, I think we could see actually storms a little bit further to the east here. So let's say midnight, you could actually see some storms rolling through. Probably going to be out to your west, but could see some storms rolling through. Midnight all the way through until about 7, 8 a.m. It's going to be a little bit messy. When's your severe weather looking like tomorrow? I know these storms look like they're missing you on here, but we should start paying attention early evening in Kansas City. I keep saying Kansas. Kansas City. Whole metropolitan Kansas City, doesn't matter north, south, east, west. Whole metropolitan Kansas City I'm talking about. Early evening, but this looks to be your biggest concern, which comes later in the night, maybe around 11, give or take a couple hours tomorrow, 11 p.m. And then the storms go zip. Wichita, you got to pay attention tonight. We got a lot of severe weather heading out in your direction, and that's going to be, you're going to have a little bit of severe threat all the way through until about 4 or 5 in the morning. When does it look bad for you tomorrow? This is going to be the line you're going to have to worry about around 8 to 10 p.m. tomorrow. Not seeing initiation on the Rufus, but that's just because of an inhibition issue, I believe, and that inhibition issue might not be there tomorrow. So watch 8 to 9. What did I say? 9 to 8 to 10 p.m. ish tomorrow, give or take an hour. Chicago could have, we'll see. Again, Rufus brings a lot of this bad weather to your north, but getting into early tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. could have some storms rolling through the area. They could all just be to your north. You could get lucky. You can see the Rufus bring some thunderstorms into Chicago region around 3 p.m. tomorrow, but this is going to be the main thing we're watching out for in Chicago tomorrow. Late, or I should say early into Saturday morning. 1 to 4 a.m., 1 to 3 a.m. into Saturday morning. I actually want to see how the Rufus handles, or sorry, I actually want to see how the HRRR handles this one. because I don't know if I believe the Rufus on this. You see how the HRRR does bring these storms in tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.? See, you have a little cell down here, some thunderstorms down here. And then North Chicago Metro, look at this. We're thunderstorming tomorrow morning, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. I think I agree with the HRRR. Let's watch for some strong storms tomorrow morning in Chicago, but it could really get intense as we get into the early to mid-afternoon, and then you could have a second line behind it as we get into the early mornings on Saturday. Yeah, throw the Rufus out for Chicago. In my opinion. And my opinion's all that matters because I'm never wrong. Just kidding. I'm just never wrong about weather. Okay, so how's the tornado that's on the ground right now? Yeah. We've been going back and forth. I wanted to take a break because it was falling apart a little bit. You see, no clear couplet. I think this tornado lifted, which is why I moved away for a second. If it is on the ground though, and we'll take a look here. If it is on the ground, well, it's messy. It's still heading up towards Waukita. I'm going to pronounce it like that, and I don't care if it's not pronounced like that. This one down here, not much going on. It's been struggling to do anything. This is the ugly stepsister, stepbrother, whatever you want to call it, but large hail heading towards Texola. We may have had a tornado on the ground with this one, definitely. Well, I think it was. I think it did go observed, but it definitely wasn't as strong as this one up to the northeast. But that storm's struggling right now. I do still think we're gonna get some more storms firing off just based on what the atmosphere is doing right now. So we've got, like I said, we've got a lot of things to work with here, a lot of instability still to work with. Anything headed for Nebraska? Nebraska, we're gonna have to watch out tomorrow. Like I said, we got some storms moving into tonight, or moving into Nebraska tonight. You're gonna start to see a lot of storms firing off as we get a little bit later. We have this warm air mass moving up into a cooler air mass again. So late tonight, 10, 11, 12, all the way through until potentially basically 7, 8 in the morning. But this could be your most significant severe weather tomorrow. Most of this is in central to eastern Nebraska, obviously. But late afternoon, early evening is when Nebraska could see its worst weather. All right. Yeah, tomorrow's a spicy day. Tomorrow is, in fact, a spicy day. Here's your tornado. Here's your tornado risk. If you are in this green, you have a tornado risk tomorrow. If you are in this green. Is anyone in chat in this green, brown, or yellow? Raise your hand. Well, I guess don't do that because I can't see you. Do something else. I'm in yellow. Ooh. Salty. Kalari. B. Yeah, B. B, you're in the SIG 1 too. Most people are, if we're being honest. More specifically, the Gulf Coast, I would say I just remember seeing a whole, like with San Antonio and Austin. What was that? Yeah. I'm in the yellow. Caitlin, get out of there. No, you should be good. You should be good. Just make sure you stay updated tomorrow. You'll be just fine.
A new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Definitely, not every day. Not every day you get a 10% SIG in early March, but it does happen. It's not the rarest thing ever. Not the rarest thing ever, but not the most common thing ever either. Yeah, Dallas. You know, part of me feels like they should stretch this down a little bit further towards Dallas-Fort Worth. We'll see if they do. That's your tornado risk tomorrow. All right. Wind risk tomorrow. Hail risk tomorrow. So, gorilla hail. I wouldn't say gorilla hail. 2 to 3 inch hail possible. in this hatched area, and obviously up to a 30% chance of large hail within 25 miles of you in the red area, 15% chance of hail within 25 miles of you in the yellow, and then a 5% chance of some pretty big hail within 25 miles of any point in the brown there. Is Tulsa cooked? Tulsa's in an interesting area for tomorrow. I would say Tulsa could receive a slight... Yeah. I mean, Tulsa could see something tomorrow. Hey, look. You're not in the 10% tour, though. You're in a 5% hatch tour, not in the 10% tour. Although we're probably going to see this risk zone shift a little bit, in my opinion. Speaking of that for Tulsa, actually, let's do this. Speaking of Tulsa, and then let's go back and check in on our storms. Speaking of Tulsa for tomorrow, here you go. Getting into around 3 to 4 p.m. Some thunderstorms rolling through your area. Now, this is what's going to be the make or break for Tulsa. Look at the HRRR. Look where this QLCS forms. Over Tulsa, basically. Look, it forms basically. There it is. There it is. It's forming over Tulsa. Gets itself together, moves out to the east. Does that happen? Or does this thing get itself together right here, and then we have rotation over Tulsa? We're gonna have rotation out here.
A new special weather statement has been issued.
Interesting. Rufus, what do you think? What do you think, Rufus? Let's see. Yeah, Rufus thinks the same thing. That squall starts to fire off just to the east of Tulsa, that QLCS. But Rufus also sees the same thing where, here we go, getting into around 5, 6 p.m. You've got a discrete mode. And by the way, your stronger tornadoes typically occur in a discrete mode, not in a QLCS. So Tulsa, pay attention. Tomorrow, there's a chance if we see a little bit more initiation on the models out here and we see those severe parameters slightly shift west, you'll see that 10% shift significantly west, I'd say. All right, we currently have 5 active severe thunderstorm warnings, 3 tornado warnings. We have 2 tornado warnings. One is stretched. This has been a tornado warning for a long time. Let's double check on this. There is your couplet. It's a pretty weak couplet. Don't see much of a CC. I do think the issue here though is we are very far away from any radars. Here's a radar, here's a radar, here's a radar.
Attention, a new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
So this is moving straight towards Texola. Texola, take shelter right now. It's pretty much on top of you. You could have a tornado on the ground even if you don't. Strong winds and very large hail. Tennis ball size hail is potentially up to tennis ball size hail. I think it might be a little bit smaller, but it's headed directly towards you. Please, bottom floor, interior of your home, as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Basement storm shelter. Take shelter right now. And then set up to the northeast towards Cheyenne, Strong City, Sweetwater. How's our storm up here doing? Oh, what's going on here? This is recycling and getting itself back together. It's found clean air. This is not good here, and this is headed now. This is shifted east, and it's headed directly for Medford. Directly for Medford, Oklahoma. Please, if you're in Medford, Oklahoma, take shelter immediately. Like actually immediately. Like right now. Immediately. Right now. Let's take a look how far this is away from you. All right. Really quickly. It recycled into another storm. So this was out here, and now it's in our southern storm. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Medford, Oklahoma, please take shelter immediately. Bottom floor of your home. Interior room. or storm. You have time to get into a storm shelter. I know you guys have storm shelters out here. Medford, you have time to get into a storm shelter. I would say not very long, but you do. I wouldn't say drive to 2 miles away, but you do have time to get into a storm shelter if it's outside or if it's a couple houses down.
Attention, a new severe
Basement,
thunderstorm warning has
storm
been
shelter,
issued.
interior of your home, away from windows, as many walls between you and the outside as possible. I want to take a measurement here. 9 miles. It's 9 miles away, moving. What is this storm moving still at about 30 miles per hour? 30 miles per hour, 9 miles. Okay, so 18 minutes roughly. Let's just to be safe call it 15 minutes away from Medford. 15 minutes away from Medford. Let's say 12 minutes away. Well, let's say 15 minutes away because I'm being conservative away from Medford. So I would take shelter immediately. This is starting to get itself back together and it's looking pretty impressive already. We got 70 mile per hour gusts in here and it's wrapping itself up pretty nicely. You can see this inflow that's beginning to happen. You're starting to get the hook. So there you go. Please take shelter. Probably appreciate you, bro. Confused blonde, extremely wildly confused blonde. I appreciate you. Yes, please, please, please. All right. Caldwell, Kansas. Yeah, for some reason, like it only shows it when I. Yeah, so this right now, yeah, Caldwell. So there's still the possibility that this thing goes just to the north of Medford, but you don't want to take the risk. You can see it looks like it's probably going to go just to north of Medford, but this storm has shifted. This storm was moving to the northeast, then it was moving to the northeast. Now it's moving, then it was moving towards kind of the east-northeast. You start to see a shift back up. This storm, tornadoes don't move in a perfectly straight track. Tornadoes do not move like this. Tornadoes move like this. Maybe not like this, but that's what they do. They wobble all over the place, guys. And they'll transfer from cell to cell. That's why, regardless of what it looks like right now, Medford needs to be in a safe spot. And I'm hopeful, seeing the direction it's going, that it's going to pass just to the north of Medford. I really am. Get in a safe spot, though. That being said, Caldwell's still directly in the path of this storm. And I'll take another little quick measurement here for Caldwell. And I'm going to be conservative about it. So the outskirts of Caldwell and a little bit ahead of the storm. 23 miles. Storm's moving at 30 miles per hour. 23 miles. Storm's moving at 30 miles per hour. So, again, quick math. 23 miles if the storm is moving at 60 miles per hour would be 23 minutes. Half that. All right. 45 minutes roughly outside of Caldwell. Let's take a look. 75 mile per hour winds in here on the velocity. Do we have a CC drop? It looks like we actually do have a CC drop right here. Potentially a debris field. You can see it really, you can see this is pretty, it's on top. Yeah, it's on top of our couplet. See that? Right here. It's on top of our couplet. So I would say that the tornado is on the ground. If it's not physically on the ground, you have wind speeds. The tornado wind speeds on the ground. So 90 plus mile per hour potentially winds on the ground here, because that's likely picking up some debris, maybe just some trees, branches, whatnot. But Medford, again, make sure you're in a safe spot. And you can see this thing shifting direction again. It's wobbling again. So let's watch. Hopefully this wobble stays to the north, so Medford's safe. Again, Caldwell, continue to watch. We'll call it 40 minutes to be conservative away from Caldwell. Although, in my opinion, actually, it looks like it's speeding up slightly. So we may want to stay closer to 30 to 35. Tornado threat down to the south, moving over Texola. Not much of a couplet here. Not seeing much. I still take shelter. I think they're going to let this tornado warning expire. Let's recheck our thunderstorm warning up in Kansas.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
There. That should have dropped off. What's going on, Pearly? Yeah, this is kind of north central Oklahoma. Wellington is 27 miles away. There's a Wellington in every state in the entire country. What Wellington are we talking about? Kansas? Yeah, you're right. Wellington is up there. I figured. Okay. Wellington's up there. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys should be paying attention pretty close in Wellington as well. Caldwell, though. A little bit closer to you right now. I'm feeling pretty confident Medford's going to miss this just to the east, which is good, but I'd still stay in shelter if you're in Medford. Looking pretty good that this is going to pass out. You can see Medford right here. This was kind of moving at an angle like this, and now we have a wobble moving up to the northeast. So that's good. That's good. It's kind of what it did when it was headed towards Vance Air Base. It shifted just down to the south of Vance
New
Air
information. This PDS
Tornado's being
tornado
pretty
warning
nice to
has been
us.
updated.
I'd stay in shelter if you're in Medford still. We have 100-mile-per-hour winds now on the velocity radar, so this thing is strengthening once again. Tornadoes recycling down here. Are we talking about down here? I just haven't seen anything too impressive from this. We could be getting something up here near Sweetwater. This looks like there's still rotation just out to the west of Eric, Oklahoma. There's still rotation here. You can see the couplet. It's a weak couplet, but I can actually see it much better on the reflectivity if you look at this. Also, this is moving into the area that other storm's been thriving off of, so. Medford, you're looking pretty good. I'd say stay in there for another 5 to 10 minutes, or stay in a safe spot another 5 to 10 minutes if anyone in chat's in Medford. Or if you know anyone, I'd say stay there. I'd say at least another 10 minutes until this thing moves past. That was a nice little wobble. You could see that thing. Head it like this and then up. That's what they do. Like I said, they don't move in a straight line. They move all over the place. Some move pretty linear. All right, let's take a look. There you go. 102-mile-per-hour winds on the velocity. Strengthening tornado. Not much to cut off the southern portion anymore. This is a classic tornado again. Rear flank and downdraft inflow. There's your circulation. Wichita's looking okay. We'll have to see. I don't think we're going to see a long track up to Wichita. But there's some action happening out to the west of this system. Our kind of baroclinic zone is right here. That's what these storms are riding. So I think storms out to the west here are going to struggle. But you've got some storms starting to fire off just to the west. You can see right here. And those, if they hold themselves together, could end up moving towards Wichita. I mean, this one could as well. This one could shift a little bit up to the north. But or it could even move through southeastern Wichita Metro if it holds itself together.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Where, sir? Not on my map. We do, I believe, have some traffic cams up here, by the way. Kansas. Oh my gosh, we do have cams out here. We have cams right out ahead of this thing. Are there any chasers on this system now? Let me look. Have any chasers made it up here? Man, all the chasers chose that southern storm. Every single one of them. That's unfortunate. Look at all of our chasers on this southern storm, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They all chose the southern. There's none up here. This guy's booking it. He's booking it. Oh my gosh. Man, they're going to be talking about that tomorrow. They will be talking about that tomorrow. Tough call, though. I kind of agree with where they set up. This was a hard one to predict up here. Where's Reed? I'm not so sure. Where's Reed, guys? If Reed out of everyone picked this northern storm, it wouldn't surprise me, but where's Reed? Does anyone know? I'll figure out in like 2 seconds. I think he's on the southern system too. Wait. No, did he move north? He chose south. Okay. Again, good decision. This was, I think this northern one going tornadic was actually a little less likely. You can't disagree with Reed. Mr. Tornado himself. All right, so let's all right, we got to update it. Tornado warning. Let's take a look at who's in this warning. We should see the update here in a second. Oh man. 110-mile-per-hour winds in this bad boy now. Let's look at our CC drop. There it is. There's the couplet. Tornado clearly on the ground. Clearly on the ground. Potentially EF2. F2, EF2, EF2. I mean, I shouldn't even say EF. Potentially EF2. EF2 again is based off damage. Potentially F2 wins. Potentially a significant tornado, I should say.
Attention! A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
Yep. That makes sense. Did my warnings just turn off? Hello? Okay. Something just happened. Let me fix it. Everything just shut off. Give me 1 second. Tornado warnings, please. I might have to restart weatherwise. Did I say weather earlier? Let me restart weatherwise. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me restart weatherwise because the warnings just dropped off. There we go. Reset. There they are. Perfecto. Particularly dangerous situation. Okay, so we have an observed tornado on the ground again. All right, this is brand new. 1029 as of within the last 2 minutes. Particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Damaging tornado. It says radar confirmed. Radar confirmed. Yeah, okay. So not observed, radar confirmed. It's confirmed. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Again, mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. I only read that because I need people to understand how serious it is once you get a PDS tornado. To repeat, extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now if you're out ahead of this. Tornado warning for North Central Grant County and northern Oklahoma. Who is this headed towards? Caldwell. Wellington, you're pretty far out still, but Wellington, make sure you're taking note of this and paying attention. Doster, Metcalf as well. Are any storms out ahead? I don't see any cities out ahead here in Oklahoma, but you would know if you're there. So, pushing 100+ mile-per-hour winds in here, likely EF2, like I said, or F2 type winds. And it's got some time to work with. I wouldn't be surprised if this continued to if this held its strength for a little bit. So I would say Medford, you're good now. Medford, you're good. Caldwell.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Caldwell, let's look at how far this is away from you. Let me go to velocity. And we'll be safe. We'll say from here to here. We'll say, just to be safe, 15 miles, even though it's a little bit further than that. It's closer to 18. 15 miles, moving at 30 miles per hour. About 30 minutes away from Caldwell. 30 minutes away from Caldwell. So I would probably start thinking about where you're going to take shelter right now, if you're going to. It's headed up in your direction. Renfro as well. Let's take a look at this. Still radar indicated tornado to the south. There it is. There's a couplet. We could actually have something on the ground here. We could have something on the ground here. Moving up to the northeast. This is western Oklahoma. Pearly de Blista, what's going on? I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate the subs, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving up to the northeast. This is probably going to head south of Cheyenne. But Cheyenne, strong city. Make sure you're paying attention. This could head up in your direction. It looks like we're actually seeing the most significant rotation I've seen so far. Could just be because we're getting a better radar image of it, but Cheyenne, yeah, it is moving up in your direction. Still 100 mile per hour velocity. Again, Caldwell at a maximum. I mean, this is about 30 minutes away, or less. I'm trying to be conservative. I want people to pay attention. Weatherford. Let me look at Weatherford. What's going on? What's going on over there, YouTube? It's kind of quiet. You guys are good. You guys are good down there. You guys are looking good down there. Tomorrow's going to get a little spicy for you. Oh, Weatherford, Oklahoma. Yeah, you guys look fine right now. At least there's nothing out in your area. Still the possibility we get some storms initiating out here. I know it seems late, but I'd pay attention. Right now you're pretty safe. I think you'll be pretty safe throughout the night, but still just keep your alerts on if you're going to bed. Yeah, no problem. Here's the problem. Someone said, I don't like that this isn't dying out. Is there a chance for that? Here's the problem. It's riding our Bear Clinic boundary. It's riding our kind of dew point gradient and our temperature gradient pretty nicely. We were looking at bulk shear sitting around 45, 1,500 joules per 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram. A cape still up here. Unfortunately, I think this thing rides. This thing could potentially hold its strength all the way up, kind of right past Wichita. I think it doesn't go. I think it doesn't like make it up to El Dorado. That's I think worst case scenario. I think what I expect to happen is this thing's gonna lose its strength somewhere around here, start to fizzle out as it gets out towards Oxford, Wellington, Winfield. But it could make its way up towards Augusta, El Dorado. Yeah, guys, if you want to join probably the coolest weather Discord you'll find, you can join my weather Discord. We have almost 700 people in there. Update it every single day with the latest information on severe weather, winter weather, tropical weather when it's hurricane season, everything, volcanoes, earthquakes, fires, temperature, precipitation. Everything's in there. Good community of weather enthusiasts to talk to. Communicate with me off stream. Merch giveaways, all the good stuff. You can just go to any of my videos that I post. It's in the description below in the video. Free. Completely free. It only costs me money. It doesn't cost you money. It costs me money. It costs me money. It costs me about $70 a month. Right?
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
You can also add me, Connor's Climate Corner, on Discord, and I'll accept your invite and invite you to the server. All right, let's continue to talk about this. Let me make sure that I didn't. Give me one second, guys. Okay, let's continue to cover this for a little bit. Can't be up all night. I do got another day of work in the morning and a long day of preparing for my son's birthday. Three-nager. Did our velocity just drop off a little bit here? Well, we still have a CC drop. Hopefully this is weakening a little bit. Wait, since when can you do that? Whoa. Are you kidding me? Well, you learn something new every day. That's crazy. Anyways, that's not really going to change my life much, but it's the small things.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, that's this one right here. No, it's not. This is new. Wait, what's going on here? No, where is this? Is it this one? Torpause. This one's Torpause right here, and this is the one where I said there's a couplet. There's the couplet. Wait, someone just sub. I appreciate you. There's your couplet. So this severe thunderstorm warning went Torpause here. Possible tornado. Berlin, New Liberty, Oklahoma. Just be aware of what's going on there. And again, Caldwell. This is getting a little bit closer to you guys. Still rotation. I'll take another look at this. Hopefully this thing falls apart soon. It could. 13 miles. Let's say 25 minutes from Caldwell. 25 minutes from Caldwell. It's again, we're seeing it weaken, re-strengthen. Still seeing about 75 mile per hour winds on the velocity, and I'm still seeing the couplet starting to fall apart. So this thing may have just lifted off the ground. That doesn't mean it's over. It has clean air here to the south and instability to work with still. So let's continue to watch closely. I may, after this thing moves through Caldwell, get 20 something minutes, 30 minutes, hop off. I want to make a video. I'm probably gonna get like 3 hours of sleep tonight because I want to wake up early to make a detailed video on tomorrow. I think we all know tomorrow's going to be significant, or I mean, not that it's going to be a crazy severe weather day, but it's the most significant potentially day of this 5-day severe weather streak. Large tornado risk tomorrow. That's very large tornado risk tomorrow. Not saying a major tornado risk, but broad tornado risk.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Okay. Okay, so they just expanded the severe thunderstorm warning. 1 inch radar indicated hail, 6 mile per hour winds up through Strong City, Cheyenne, and still Torpause down here. We're still pushing almost 2-inch hail down here as well with that rotation. Western Oklahoma, heading up towards Cheyenne, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. This storm is still rotating. It's weakening a little bit. Is it pushing a little bit further north? You can see. Notice these two arrows. This was the direction it was going in, and this is the direction it's going in now. A little bit of a northward shift again. The storm is all over the place. This would be fantastic if it continued this, because if it continued on this track, it would probably move just west of Caldwell. Again, though, I would not be shocked to see this thing start shifting back down to the south, or back down or out to the east. That's just what happens sometimes. You're in Oklahoma, news reporting. Wait, one daughter picked up in a vehicle by tornado, still missing. Whoa. News is reporting a woman and daughter picked up in a vehicle by tornado, still missing. Yeah, well, I'm assuming it. Well, I'd assume it's this one up here, but I'm not sure. Oh, you're saying just for Caldwell and smack Wellington? Well, no. I mean, if it moved in this direction, it would probably miss Wellington as well. So we'll keep watching it. Yeah, it's sad. Houston, Texas for the weekend.
Attention, a new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
Where? Did they switch this? No, this is still an observed tornado. There it is right there. All right, let's take it's fallen apart a little bit, but you still see it right in here. It's spinning right there. You can see it on my smaller screen down there. Yeah, someone was asking about Houston. Here's what we're looking at for Houston. We're going to 00Z, HRRR. Nothing too spicy for Houston until maybe we get into around 5 p.m. Saturday. 5, 6. Let's go to the Rufus. See if it agrees. See if we have some model consensus on this timing. Some short range model consensus. Yeah. Still Saturday, but it's thinking closer to 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 9 p.m. all the way until about 4 in the morning. So, Rufus has these thunderstorms lagging a little bit behind. Regardless, it's going to be Saturday, likely evening through the early morning hours. That's going to be where you're watching out Houston. Could have some severe weather down there. Take a look at our day 2 threat. Tornado threat is just to your north. Wind threat just up to your north and west. Hail threat almost into Houston Metro. We'll see if that shifts any further down to the south. We will see. This is really starting to fall apart, which is good. Look at the track of it, too. I think Caldwell is going to end up being safe. Look at this. Look at this thing turn. This is what I tell people about tornadoes. Look at the path that this thing has taken. Look at the path that this thing has taken. Let me actually... One second. Look at the path this thing has taken. Watch it. Look at this thing. Just like that. I mean, roughly. Kind of like that. Tornadoes do not move in a straight line, guys. That's why they're extremely dangerous to chase. Because you could be sitting up here following the storm and then it moves directly into you. The safest place to chase these things is always down. What is it? I believe it's the southeastern quadrant. This you know, north is a lot more dangerous. But you get better shots from the north, so. Pretty windy, but it seems like it's breaking up. You're in Wellington. Yeah, I think Wellington's going to end up being fine. This is turning into kind of a best case scenario here. We're starting to see some weakening right before it gets into the across the Kansas border towards Caldwell and Wellington. Velocity's fallen off quite significantly. Look at this thing falling apart. I'd be shocked if it was on the ground anymore. This is good. Love to see it. We'll see if they end up extending this. I may still a radar indicated tornado warning down here. A little bit of a couplet moving across Prentice, Oklahoma, up into the northeast. Nothing too serious though. No couplet or anything, or no CC drop or anything. We look pretty good up here. Here's what I'll say. I want to be able to get up early. I want to be able to post another video tomorrow talking about what's going on Friday. So I'm going to hop off. Caldwell, keep your phones on. Make sure your alerts are on. This thing looks like it's going to move just to the west of you, which is pretty good. It's definitely falling apart here. It could be recycling right now. I'm still feeling pretty good about Caldwell, but have a plan in case this thing gets upgraded. Again, though, I don't know. You can see the tornado directly right here, right? So let's move it. Here, let's take a look at what's been happening with this thing really quickly. Okay, we'll start it right here. There's your track. Okay, here's Caldwell. Could it rotate all the way back and re-strengthen? Yes, I think there's a very small % chance of that happening, but still have a plan. Make sure you stay updating just in case it does. We'll probably have a little bit of time before we get anything else spinning out of this. We may not get anything else spinning out of it, but pay attention to that. I'd say I'm a little bit more concerned moving through the night with this area that we could end up finally getting something significant touching down with this cell. So make sure you guys keep your alerts on there as well. I will be posting a video in the morning talking about everything that's going on with our severe weather potential outbreak tomorrow, and then our Saturday severe weather. We also have severe weather next week. We have a day 6 slight risk. So appreciate all you mods. Are the best. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll post that video, and I'll have to figure out when I'm streaming tomorrow. I'll be watching the radar, trying to figure out when the best time to get on is. Again, I have a lot of stuff to get ready for my son's birthday, but I'm going to figure out when I'm going to get on. And if you're in the Discord, I'll tell you when I'm getting on. All right. Appreciate all you. Stay safe, and we will speak tomorrow. Later, guys. CB, Caroline, Jasmine, Marie, Purple, Brandon, Cantori. Later, guys.